Good evening, I'm Jackie Spade. A family's years of hard work and sacrifice has gone up in smoke. 2 flats in Modi Place, Nandawa burned down yesterday, leaving 8 people without a roof over their heads. Ritika Pratap spoke to the family this afternoon.
This is all that remains of the 2 flats, charred timber where a home used to be. Nitendra Lal was at work when he received the call that his home for almost 18 years has been destroyed.
Yesterday I was at my work when my neighbor called and told me that your house is on fire. And when I came here, the house was already on fire.
Lal estimates the cost of damage at more than $50,000. The blaze at its worst threatened 3 neighboring houses. While investigations continue, the family believes electrical faults are to blame.
I think it was an electrical fault because the power was on and off, going on and off. TV was on and nothing blast.
He's a casual worker and the sole breadwinner, now at a loss as to how to start from scratch.
I need some help from some people to rebuild my house so that I can resettle with my family.
So far this year, there have been 68 house fires, and most of the time they've been caused by unattended cooking, electrical faults, oil lamps, lit candles and mosquito coils. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
Motorists and commuters will have to put up with traffic jams caused by the closed bridges at Vatuanga and at Stinson Parade in Suva a little while longer. Both bridges have now been closed for almost a fortnight. But as Roland Koroy reports, maintenance works haven't even begun.
This has now become a common sight in the heart of Suva. And according to the Fiji Roads Authority, there's a long way yet before traffic returns to normal.
Since we've closed the bridges, in terms of maintenance of the bridges, there hasn't been a lot done. What we're doing now is really spending our time investigating what the options are for both opening up temporary options and what the long-term options are.
It's no secret that the bridges are in a bad state, and Mike Rudd says there's a lot of logistics that need to be sorted out.
These aren't easy things. We're looking at what materials to use, whether Bailey bridges will help, whether some of the new modern materials, composite fibre, beams and things like that will help. We're just working through a lot of the options.
The final decision on what's to be done on these bridges will be made by the board of the Fiji Roads Authority.
We are planning to give a report to the Fiji Roads Authority board late next week, and that'll go through the options for not only the Stinson Parade and Vatuanga bridges, but also a number of other bridges around Fiji that we are quite concerned about.
There's no time frame for the completion of maintenance work. In fact, placing a time frame and work this big isn't easy. Professionals have acknowledged that work, once it kicks off, will take time, and all they ask is that the public bear with them. Assurances have been given, though, that once completed, bridges like this one will be of the highest standard. Roland Koroy, FBC News.
Policemen and women in the Western Division have been told to accept criticism if they are to be any better at their jobs. This was the message for officers in the 3rd quarter parade in Lautoka this morning. Christopher Chand reports.
Police officers are often under the spotlight. Recent reports of abuse of office, accepting bribes and alleged use of excessive force hasn't helped.
We do encounter critics on our way to success. But remember that our role as a police officer will always demand other people's view. Take whatever critic positively.
The Western Division has failed in 3 of the 5 key performance indicators set out for them in the last quarter. The crime rate has increased by 37% and road fatalities by 20%.
Let's just adjust our mindset. We in our change environment of the Fiji Police Force now. We are now in the 21st century. I challenge you, let's change our mindset.
Fitness is another worry. Unfit personnel will have to get in shape.
Our fitness, our health is very important. To be a good police officer, you need to be fit. Not only mentally or spiritually, but physical. Your physical fitness will determine how well you can perform your task.
The challenge for these officers is to prove that West can be one of the safest places in the country. Christopher Chand, FBC News.
A local shipping company is demanding answers from authorities, claiming it's owed more than $100,000 in franchise payments. Seaview Shipping Services, owners of Inter-Island Ferry MV Sandy, says they are unable to continue operations as they don't have money. Roland Koroy reports.
Services by the MV Sandy has been grounded indefinitely after claims by owners that they haven't received any franchise payments since July, amounting up to $122,000. The company claims that the franchise contract expired in April, and ever since they haven't received any money, as a result crippling their services.
It's a big loss to the company because we are using our own money to pay our fuel and everything. So from last 2 weeks I was following up regarding our payments and they told us there is no fund.
Susana Modewasa claims other shipping companies are also facing the same problem, but they are the first to make their grievances known. They've even written to Navy Commander John Fox. The company employs 25 crew members, and according to Managing Director Durga Prasad, he's paying them out of his own pocket. But if this trend continues, he'll be forced to lay them off by month's end.
This is something really sad for us, because when we travel, we need money. When we stay in Suva, we need money. Unlike those here who are working, for us from the islands, whatever we have, once we've spent it, we don't have anywhere else that we can get money from.
The MV Sandy services Moala, Matuku, Totoya and Southern Lau, as well as Rotuma. But with its services now grounded, people have been left stranded here on the mainland, while others in the islands have had no choice but to wait while their supplies run out. FBC News has tried contacting Commander Fox, as well as the government shipping services for a comment, with no success. Roland Koroy, FBC News.
And PS Transport Commander Francis Keane did speak to us this afternoon. He's confirmed that Navy Commander John Fox met with the minister this morning and they've agreed to rectify the issue so that services can resume immediately.